Hello and welcome to my channel, Rocky Mountain Gardens. I'm Mary, and if you would like to learn more about crafting, gardening, home decor, holiday decorating, anything to do with making your home welcoming and hospitable, well, why don't you think about subscribing, because I have lots of videos already to choose from, and of course many coming up for the holidays. Today we are going to be focusing on another bow making tutorial. This is number 3, and we're going to be making a slightly different type of loopy bow, which I'm going to be using on my Christmas garland that will be hanging on my staircase. One is going to be larger and grander because I want it to be at the bottom on the newel post of my staircase as you come in my front door. And then I'm going to make 3 additional ones, which will be on the other areas of my staircase that have posts, and it will just look nice that way. Well, it's time for us to get started on making a loopy bow. Let's get to it right here on my table. We're going to be using a small amount of this red deco mesh for the base of our loopy bow today. And then we're going to move on to using this beautiful red and black buffalo check. Our third ribbon today will be this gold, sort of looks like lame fabric, very pretty. And lastly, we're going to make a very small bow with this, it's a burlap with lace in the center of it. This one is from the Dollar Tree, and we're just gonna jump right in and get started. So we're going to go ahead, I think I'm going to use a red sparkly pipe cleaner to hold my bow together. And we're going to go ahead and start with this large couple of loops we're going to be making with the deco mesh. So we're going to do 2 loops, maybe 3 on either side. Let's see how much we have left on this roll. Okay, so I'm actually going to be standing up to show you that I'm going to be making this 24 inches right here, and I think I'll go ahead and place, this always makes it easier to place your scissor right on the deco mesh at the end there. And I'm just going to fold over, and now I have 2 loops, you might say, or 2 pieces, and I'm actually going to be working this way to try a little bit slightly different technique. And look at this, we only have enough to reach over here to one side. So what I've done is I have cut the deco mesh off this roll, and I just want to show you what to do if this happens to you with a loopy bow. So right now I cut it off, and I actually have 1 loop on each side, 1 loop per side, and I'm just going to continue, and we're just going to roll this deco mesh back and forth and making it 24 inches long to this place. And like I said, I think I had kind of changed my mind, and I want to have 3 loops per side. So let's just count. We have 1, 2, so I need to go back to make my 3rd loop on this side. We have 1, 2, 3. And over here on this side, I only have 2. So I'm going to make 1 more. And as you can see, this deco mesh can be a little bit hard to work with, but it is extremely forgiving. So we're going to go ahead and cut off the deco mesh from our roll here. And let's bring this loop back over here. And you can see I have enough so I come at least to the middle here. And the middle is approximately right here. So I'm simply going to take my pipe cleaner and slip it under the deco mesh about in the center of my piece. And then one of the things that really helps you work with deco mesh is learning just how to scrunch. So we scrunch, use our fingers to scrunch it up, scrunch it up, scrunch it up. There we have it right there about in the center of our deco mesh bow. And we'll bring our pipe cleaners up. And I want them to be about even, so the two ends are together. I have enough on either side. And if you saw one of my earlier videos on loopy bows, you know that we just tug it tight and twist it about maybe 2 or 3 times. So there's at the base of our big loopy bow that we're going. And I'm gonna make it 22 inches. So I have 22 inches right here. And I'm just gonna pull ribbon over and back. And we'll just go back and forth. So we have 3 loops on each side. Burlap and lace ribbon, slightly different than we have been making the others. Now, note, no lace on the back. In my previous 2 ribbons had the same back and front, one good side and then one side without. This one has one side without the design. So I'm going to approach the making of this bow slightly differently. I'm going to measure just 16 inches on this ribbon. I only want it to have 8-inch loops. So we're going to measure to 16. So I'm going to bring this down to my spot here. And instead of going back and forth as I'm making this, I'm actually going to loop it on itself. Just like this. We'll pull out the burlap and just like that. So now we have, let's check our loops. 1, 2, only 2 here. 1, 2, 3 over here. So I need to bring this back. To the center, and we will trim it right off. Now we'll attach our burlap ribbon bow, and it's a little harder to scrunch because this is a thick burlap, but I'm going to give it a go and place it right here in the center and attach it with my pipe cleaner. And just, you know, I'm gonna do this a little bit tighter. There we go. So let's start with the fun part, fluffing out our bow. Here's a quick look at my finished bow. And as you can see, it's pretty gigantic. But I planned to add, when I do install it on my garland for my Christmas decorations, I do plan to fluff it up a little bit more, but I'm also going to be adding some additional decor to this bow to fill it out and just make it look luscious. So we're going to go ahead and get started and make a smaller, similar bow for the other areas along my garland that I'm going to be decorating. I wanted to mention that in this design for my Christmas garland on my staircase, I am going a little bit for a rustic glam sort of design, which is why I chose the ribbons that I did. And I'm going to speed up this video so you can see how I'm doing it, but it won't take as long to watch. I'm back with my finished rustic glam bow that will be used for my staircase very soon. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and that you learned that you can do different combinations of colors, sizes of your loops, numbers of your loops. It can vary quite a bit, and you still come out with a really gorgeous bow. My sort of recipe for this bow was 14-inch lengths for the buffalo check, the red buffalo check. That was a 14-inch span, which makes 7-inch loops. And then my gold ribbon, I used 12-inch lengths. So I back and forth 12 inches to make 6-inch loops. And on the red and the gold, I did 3 loops per side of that particular bow. And then on my burlap here, I did only 10 inches, so 5-inch loops. And then I only did 2 loops of the burlap on either side. Therefore, you know, you come up with this very, what do you want to say? It's a very festive, and it has some glam with this sparkling gold. Brings out, you know, the rustic charm of the plaid and the burlap. And just know that, you know, if these aren't your colors that go with your decor, no problem. Just go to the store, pick out 3 ribbons that coordinate together and look nice together, and you can make any bow in the world. It'll look fabulous for your home, for the holidays, or, you know, just in your everyday decor as well. If you have any questions, don't forget to ask in the comments below. I would love to help you in any way I can to make bow making easier for you and all of us. So I will see you in my next video. Take care and continue with a great fall.